I'm James Waters. I'm the head of product for Cloud Foundry at Pivotal. Before I get right into the demo, I really just want to take a moment and pause and reflect on the last 3 years working on this open source project called Cloud Foundry, all of the relationships I've been able to establish, gotten to know an incredible ecosystem of very talented people. And before I get into demoing the outstanding capabilities of Pivotal CF, Pivotal One that we brought together, I wanted to thank that community and to reflect on the 3 amazing years that it's been. And I think the thing that I couldn't have foreseen when I started on this project was just how incredibly fast the need for enterprises to become excellent at delivering software would happen. And I think I knew that we had a really outstanding concept and that would help a certain group of people. But it's become even more vital and existential over the last couple years for companies to be great at software. And I've really enjoyed the conversations over the last 6 months while we've been in early availability about Cloud Foundry and seeing the response of just how urgently enterprises need to get better at software. And I look forward to showing you how we think we can enable that through this demo. So the first thing that Cloud Foundry promised is that you'd be able to run on the cloud of your choice. And what you're seeing here in the Pivotal CF Ops Manager install experience is that you're simply giving Pivotal CF access rights to your vCenter cluster. As opposed to having a whole team come in and configure and install platforms of service behind the firewall, what we're able to do here is to just take over that infrastructure service API and fully automate the deployment and configuration of our running platforms of service. Now, you'll later see me deploy some applications here, but I just wanted to show you first how simple it is to install what we call our Elastic Runtime Service. And this is what instantiates the application-centric platforms of service that's so vital to software excellence in today's enterprise. Now notice that all that's happening here is you're giving an integer configuration to how large you'd like the install to be, giving it your vCenter credentials, and then hitting go. Now, as opposed to having a complex series of events kick off here where you've got consultants coming in and people deploying configuration scripts, etc., Pivotal CF actually just takes over your infrastructure as a service API, be it vSphere, Amazon, or OpenStack, and does a fully automated deployment. So what you're seeing on the right is a vCenter admin view where all of these actions are happening without any touch onto the system. After that installation process runs, you have a completely turnkey platform as a service ready for your developers to start pushing and building applications on. So let's run you through what that looks like when you push your first application to your platforms of service. In this case, we've chosen our Sagan application, which is the app that runs our entire Spring community. Now pause here for a second, and I want you to see how Cloud Foundry deploys and manages applications, because something very important just happened. The application has been uploaded to the platforms of service, and it's detected that it is a Java application. And this is very important because an infrastructure as a service has no capability of building out configuration based on application metadata and framework. Whereas a platform as a service takes all of that configuration away for you, and it detects that it's a Java application, and then it compiles all of the necessary runtime software that it needs to start it. After it does that, it starts the application on a fully fledged URL ready to consume. This is a radical inversion of an infrastructure as a service approach to developing software and to deploying software. By having the platforms as a service abstract all of that configuration, it really enables developers to move much faster and to have higher productivity. You don't need to have someone on the team that knows what the dependencies of the application are, because the platform itself is able to do that. So now we've got a running application that fast. Let's go check it out. Here we are. Now the application that we've pushed is not a trivial application or a hello world. It's actually the Spring application we use to run our entire community project for over 3 million Spring developers a month. So you've just seen how easy it is to install the Elastic Runtime Service on the cloud of your choice. But we live in an era of more and more complex applications that require high-scale data substrates and more data processing than ever before to be competitive. And so Pivotal CF would be incomplete without the Pivotal One services that also come along with it. Let's show you how easy it is to install the Pivotal One Hadoop service powered by Pivotal HD. We're going to go through the same process as we did for the runtime service. We're going to pick the scale that the service should run at, do some very basic configuration, and then add that. Now we're also going to add a special layer on top of the Pivotal Hadoop service called Pivotal AX, our analytics service. Now you'll see the same familiar installation process, completely hands-off, no administration required. Everything is automated through the Infrastructure as a Service API. Now let's pause here and show you what we have now that we've installed the Pivotal One services. The developer will have instant access to insights about their application. The data will flow through the application on the Pivotal CF Elastic Runtime Service into a Hadoop cluster where it's processed, providing instant insights in the analytics layer. So let's just take a moment and pause and think about what we've just done. We've deployed a complex Java application to our platform as a service with one command. We then added a full Hadoop as a service to our PaaS. And we've added an analytics service on top of that for instant insights into the behavior of that application. We've bound that application, those services together with one command and zero reconfiguration. And then all of this is portable to the cloud of our choice with very little configuration at all. You can use a vSphere environment and have a platform as a service with Hadoop and analytics running in under half an hour. This really has never been possible before in a private cloud or even a public cloud environment with dedicated software. And our friends at VMware are just as excited about the potentials of Pivotal CF for their customers as we are.